An engine that can destroy itself, even if you maintain it perfectly. And another that quietly runs 200,000 miles without breaking a sweat. Kia has built both, and everything in between. Here are the worst and the best Kia engines, based on 20 years of experience, in just 20 minutes. 5. Kia Theta II 2.0 liter/2.4 liter GDI. The oil starvation problem. What if I told you one tiny manufacturing mistake could silently destroy an engine, even if you did everything right as an owner? That's exactly what happened with the Kia Theta II. On paper, this engine looked perfect. You've got a 2.0 liter or 2.4 liter inline 4, making around 175 to 200 horsepower. Decent power, solid fuel economy in the mid-20s, and it powered everything from the Optima to the Sorento. For a regular daily driver in the US, it checked all the boxes. But during manufacturing, tiny metal shavings were left inside the crankshaft oil passages. Sounds minor, right? It wasn't. Those particles would block oil flow to the connecting rod bearings. And once that oil supply gets interrupted, it's game over. We're talking knocking noises, sudden stalling on the highway, and in extreme cases, engine fires. So what did Kia do when things started failing left and right? Recalls, lawsuits, extended warranties, you name it. Kia even rolled out knock detection software to try and catch failures early. But for many owners, the damage was already done, with repair bills hitting $5,000 to $10,000. And believe it or not, even well-maintained engines failed. If you're shopping used in the US, anything from 2011 to 2014 with this engine is a gamble, unless there's proof of a full engine replacement. So if the 4-cylinder was this problematic, maybe stepping up to a V6 was the safer bet? Well, not exactly. 4. Kia Lambda II 3.3 liter V6 GDI, the high oil consumption V6. Bigger engine, more cylinders, more power. On paper, that should mean better reliability. And that's exactly what people believed at first, because initially, the 3.3 liter Lambda II V6 really does deliver. You're getting close to 290 horsepower, smooth power delivery, and it feels way more refined than the 4-cylinder. In SUVs like the Sorento, it's honestly a great driving experience. Strong acceleration, confident highway cruising, no complaints there. But then, the long-term issues start creeping in. Because this is a GDI engine, gasoline direct injection, it sprays fuel directly into the combustion chamber instead of over the intake valves. That improves efficiency and power, but it also means those valves don't get cleaned by fuel anymore. And over time, carbon buildup. And why does that matter more than people think? Because that carbon starts choking airflow, messing with combustion, and causing knocking and rough idling. Sometimes as early as 80,000 miles. But that's only half the story. The bigger issue was oil consumption. A lot of owners report burning oil way faster than expected, like needing a top-up every 1,000 miles instead of every 5,000 to 7,000. Ignore that, and you're looking at premature wear, potential bearing damage, and eventually, engine failure. Now, the older MPI or non-GDI versions of this engine were actually pretty reliable. It's the GDI version that brought the headaches. So if you're looking at a used 2016 to 2019 Sorento V6 in the US, it might seem like a solid deal at $18,000 to $25,000, but the risk is always sitting there in the background. So now you're thinking, okay, maybe the smaller engines were simpler and safer. This is where things take another unexpected turn. 3. Kia new 1.8 liter/2.0 liter GDI, the ticking piston trap. What's worse than an engine that suddenly dies, or one that slowly breaks down while you keep driving it? That's exactly the trap with the Kia new GDI engines. On the surface, these engines look modern and well built. Lightweight aluminum construction, decent power between 147 to 180 horsepower, and solid fuel economy pushing close to 30 miles per gallon. In cars like the Soul or Optima, they feel smooth and perfectly fine at first. But then comes the subtle warning sign. that ticking noise. At first, it's easy to ignore, especially on cold starts. But that sound is often linked to piston slap or worn cylinder walls. And in some models, poorly heat-treated piston rings start letting oil slip into the combustion chamber, which leads to oil burning. And why is burning oil such a big deal here? Because it sets off a chain reaction: carbon buildup on valves, reduced compression, and eventually internal wear that just keeps getting worse. Some owners also report connecting rod bearing issues and, in extreme cases, even cracked engine blocks. The scary part? This isn't always sudden. It's gradual, which means many people don't act until it's too late. Now, to be fair, the MPI version of this engine is actually pretty reliable, but the GDI version, it's a gamble. If you're looking at a used 2020 to 2023 Kia with this engine in the US, you really want full service records, or even better, proof of an engine replacement. So if small engines like this had issues, maybe going even smaller made things simpler and safer? Yeah, about that. 2. Kia Gamma 1.6 liter GDI, the small block fire risk. The Kia Gamma 1.6 liter GDI is compact, efficient, and on paper pretty decent. Around 130 to 140 horsepower, good fuel economy, and used in cars like the Soul. It's designed to be simple and affordable. But once again, GDI brings its own problems. You get carbon buildup on intake valves, oil leaks from gaskets, and, over time, rough running. But the bigger concern isn't just reliability, it's safety. There have been investigations into non-crash engine fires linked to this engine family. So what's actually causing those fires? A mix of things: oil leaks, overheating catalytic converters, and fuel system issues that can throw off combustion. In some cases, excess heat builds up in the exhaust system, and if there's oil leakage nearby, that's where things get dangerous. It's not super common, but it happens enough to raise serious concern. And just like before, the MPI version of this engine is much safer. It's the GDI version that carries the risk. So if you're eyeing a 2011 to 2018 Soul with this engine for cheap, maybe $8,000 to $15,000, it might look like a bargain until you factor in the potential repair bills or worse. Okay, so gas engines had their issues, but what about diesel? Those are supposed to be bulletproof, right? Well, not always. 1. Kia J 32.9 liter CRDI diesel, the common rail gamble. The Kia J3 CRDI is a classic case of good idea, risky execution. Back in the early 2000s, this 2.9 liter diesel was Kia stepping into modern common rail technology. It made decent power, around 180 horsepower and strong torque, which is what you want in a diesel. And compared to older, simpler diesel systems, this was a big upgrade in performance and efficiency. But the system was sensitive. The high-pressure fuel system, especially the Delphi injectors, didn't tolerate poor fuel quality or inconsistent maintenance. And in real-world conditions, that's a big ask. So what actually goes wrong here? Injectors clog or fail, leading to rough idling, misfires, and sometimes complete stalling. And fixing that? Not cheap. On top of that, there are reports of oil pump issues and coolant leaks, especially in hotter climates, which can shorten engine life significantly if ignored. So while the engine block itself isn't terrible, the supporting components make ownership risky and expensive. But hold up, before we move on, make sure you've liked the video and subscribed to the channel because the next one might save you from a costly mistake. All right, coming back to the point. 5. Kia new 2.0 liter MPI, the reliable, unexciting workhorse. And after all those problematic GDI engines, what if the solution was actually going backwards in technology? That's exactly what Kia did, and it worked. The new 2.0 liter MPI engine is about as simple and honest as it gets. No fancy direct injection, no complicated fuel delivery, just good old multi-point injection. And sometimes that's exactly what you want. You're looking at around 147 to 150 horsepower. Nothing crazy, but it's smooth, predictable, and most importantly, reliable. This engine shows up in cars like the Soul and Seltos, and it's built with simplicity in mind. Aluminum block, DOHC, 16 valves. So what makes it so much more reliable than the GDI versions? It avoids the biggest problem, carbon buildup. Since fuel is sprayed over the intake valves, it actually helps keep things clean. That means fewer deposits, less oil burning, and way fewer long-term issues. Owners regularly push these past 200,000 miles with just routine maintenance. Now yeah, fuel economy is decent, not amazing, around mid-20s combined, but that's the trade-off. You're choosing peace of mind over performance. If you're in the US looking at a 2018 to 2022 Soul in that $14,000 to $20,000 range, this is one of those rare, safe bets. But what if you don't want boring? What if you want something efficient but still fun? Kia's answer? Turbocharging. 4. Kia Smartstream 1.6-liter TGDI Gamma 2. Efficient, punchy turbo. But can a turbocharged engine actually be both fun and reliable, especially coming from Kia? Surprisingly, yes. The Smartstream 1.6-liter turbo is where Kia finally starts getting the balance right. You've got 180 horsepower and a strong 195 pound-feet of torque kicking in low, which means this engine feels way quicker than the numbers suggest. In cars like the K5, it's genuinely enjoyable. Quick off the line, smooth on the highway, and efficient at the same time. So what changed compared to the older GDI engines? Better engineering and more restraint. Kia didn't push this engine too hard. The tuning is conservative, the manufacturing quality improved, and overall, it just feels more refined. You don't see the same widespread failures, lawsuits, or knocking issues that plagued earlier engines. Fuel economy is solid too, high 20s to low 30s miles per gallon combined, which makes it a great daily driver. And when paired with the 8-speed wet dual-clutch transmission, it delivers smooth, quick shifts without feeling jerky. For a US buyer, a 2021 to 2024 K5 1.6T sitting around $20,000 to $25,000 is actually a really smart buy. It gives you turbo performance without the usual headaches. But what if even that isn't enough? What if you want something that actually feels fast, like properly fast? Kia steps into a whole different league. 3. Kia 2.5-liter Smartstream TGDI, K5 GT muscle. Meet the 2.5-liter Smartstream turbo, and this thing finally feels like Kia stepping into the big leagues. We're talking 290 horsepower and over 300 pound-feet of torque. In the K5 GT, that translates to 0 to 60 in the mid 5-second range, which, for a front-wheel drive sedan, is seriously impressive. And it delivers that power with a strong mid-range punch, smooth acceleration, and it just keeps pulling. But after all those past engine issues, can you actually trust this one? So far, yes. This engine benefits from everything Kia learned the hard way during the Theta and earlier GDI days. Better cooling, stronger internals, smarter tuning. It's built to handle the power without self-destructing. Even the 8-speed dual-clutch transmission adds to the experience. Quick shifts, paddle control, and it genuinely feels sporty, not gimmicky. Fuel economy drops a bit, mid-20s combined. But that's a fair trade for this kind of performance. If you're in the US, a used 2022 to 2024 K5 GT in the $28,000 to $32,000 range is one of those rare, fun, and sensible buys. Wanting something that isn't just quick, but actually feels special every time you drive it. That's where expectations start to change. And somehow, Kia managed to surprise everyone. 2. Kia 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6 G6DP, Stinger GT's heart. Kia built an engine that can genuinely compete with BMW and Audi performance sedans. That engine is the 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6, and it completely changed how people looked at Kia. Under the hood of the Stinger GT, this thing pumps out around 365 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque. And the way it delivers power? Effortless. You tap the throttle and it just surges forward. Strong low-end torque, smooth pull all the way through, and a 0 to 60 time hovering around 5 seconds. But is it just fast, or is it actually well built? That's the best part. It's both. Unlike the older Lambda V6, this twin-turbo setup doesn't carry the same reputation for oil burning or knocking issues. It's proven to be surprisingly robust, with far fewer complaints from owners. Rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive options, paired with a solid 8-speed automatic, it feels planted, refined, and genuinely fun. Sure, fuel economy sits in the low 20s miles per gallon, but no one's buying this engine for efficiency. A used 2019 to 2022 Stinger GT in the US can go for around $30,000 to $40,000. For that level of performance, that's serious value. So now we've seen performance done right, but what if you don't care about speed at all? What if you just want something that works every single day without drama? Kia quietly nailed it. 1. Kia Smartstream 2.5-liter NAI4, smooth, modern base engine. The 2.5-liter naturally aspirated Smartstream engine is the kind of engine most people should buy, even if it's not the most exciting. You're getting around 180 to 190 horsepower, smooth delivery, and just enough torque to make daily driving easy, especially in SUVs like the Sorento and Sportage. But the real win here is simplicity. No turbo, no high-stress components, and it leans more toward MPI-style fuel delivery, so you avoid the carbon buildup and oil consumption issues that haunted earlier GDI engines. So what does that mean in real-world ownership? Low stress, low maintenance, and long-term reliability. This is the kind of engine you can rack up miles on without constantly worrying about what's going to fail next. It's smooth on highways, predictable in traffic, and just does its job quietly. Fuel economy sits in the mid-20s miles per gallon combined. Not groundbreaking, but solid for a midsize SUV. And in the US, a 2021 to 2024 Sorento or Sportage with this engine in the $24,000 to $30,000 range is a smart, no-nonsense buy. So which engine would you actually trust long-term? Drop it in the comments. And hey, if your engine hasn't exploded yet, hit subscribe. Now you've got 2 choices. Check out our video on the 10 things you didn't know about the 2026 Kia EV9, or let YouTube pick the perfect next video just for you.